Hi, my name is Kevin Taylor. I'd like to ask, where are the intellectual insects? This is With All Due Respect. With all due respect, as I have said earlier on, that this month is a month of reflection. We will be remembering hypocrites in this country. Now, it has been almost 24 months since Ghana sworn in the NPP government. We as Ghanaians were programmed to believe by some intellectuals that a change in government was the only way Ghana could get out of its economic hardship and infrastructure deficits in the shortest possible time. Now, I would like to ask, for almost 2 years now, what has changed? In fact, these intellectual insects, I prefer to call them, branded the past government corrupt through demonstrations and series of intellectual discussions, both on radio and on television. People like myself fell for this scam and voted for the NPP government. Now, I would like to ask, what has changed today? And where are the intellectual insects today? Are they trying to say they haven't seen the unprecedented corruption in this government, or it is because one of them is in power, so wrong is right? Today I'm going to remind Ghanaians why I think these intellectual insects are liars and don't have to be given the chance to exhibit their stupidity on our media platform again. Ladies and gentlemen, our forgotten intellectual insects. The first person I would like to introduce is Ken Ofori-Atta, the current finance minister.
For me, it was very reminiscent of the 70s during a champion's time, which were really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you really need to get up and talk about it.
So now, Ken, I would like to ask, now that you are the finance minister, how come the fuel prices are higher than the Champon era? These are the kinds of hypocrites we have as managers of our economy. And we have to be very wary because they are intellectual insects. The next concerned citizen is Ace Anan Ankuma. And let's listen to this insect.
I'm working like a bull and I'm paying my taxes. The government got to work like a bull as well and make sure that my road is fixed, that I have electricity, that I have water. That is their job. It is not for me to tell the president how to fix the economy. If he didn't know how to fix the economy, why did he run for office?
This guy is a joke of a lawyer. Only a narrow-minded person wouldn't know that this guy used outfits like Occupy Ghana to better his CV. I hope today Ace Ankuma no more works like a bull which has a donkey gene. Why are you quiet and not speaking up? This guy is an intellectual insect and we don't have to take him serious in this country anymore. Such people should be banned from our airwaves. Ace Ankuma, you are an insect and you should repent. This guy called George Banfo was also at the event and he talked a lot about the past government. Let's listen to George.
And their managers, it's about time we kick the laborers out and make the managers do the thinking.
So I see him to be a clown. He says things just to be relevant today. I would like to ask you, George, are these the thinkers you campaign for to come manage this country? These people, to me, are narrow-minded talkatives who can't get anything done. George, you are an intellectual insect. Now, my favorite concerned citizen, Golda Addo.
The total denigration of the office of the president, the total lack of respect that in bulk, in mass, individually, Ghanaians now experience when you talk about issues pertaining to government, the president.
So you see, this lady thinks she is the smartest woman who has learned English. So when she speaks nonsense, it should be considered sense. Golda, yesterday you said the king was naked. What do you say about the king today? I think he is naked and impotent because he can't function as a leader. You are a hypocrite, Golda, because you are so quiet today. My next favorite concerned citizen is also known as Lydia Ohenewa. Let's listen to Lydia and her funky story.
Our business has dipped. The currency has depreciated. You can't even get it to buy. You can't pay our staff. You know, you're thinking of laying off your staff. Now it's actually time.
So, Lydia, I would like to ask you, today, have you employed more workers? How is the dollar doing now? These are jokers I keep talking about. They are so quiet today that they don't even want to attract any attention. I hope, Lydia, you speak up again as a concerned citizen, because the way you are quiet, it calls for concern. I have always said that people like you are intellectual insects who feed on the ignorance of the people. This guy I'm about to show you is very vocal. When I was a kid, I thought this guy was the smartest in Ghana. His name is Kofi Kapito.
You should show respect. The other man is stealing, he's killing you. Why do you have to show respect to him? In Brazil, what happened? If the young man called Sule Muntari was not brave enough to slap somebody, yes, do you think we would have known what was going on? No.
You see, when I was growing up, I thought gray hair made people wise. But this man here, Kofi Kapito, has refused to even come close to it. Kapito, what did you say when a criminal like Pius was transferred from the sports ministry to the information ministry after his visa scandal? I believe you didn't hear that. You are a senior intellectual insect. I would like to hear a lot from you. Don't be a hypocrite, Kofi. Now, finally, with all due respect, I believe this should send a message to we, the young Ghanaians, especially young professionals like nurses, teachers, young graduates who are expecting the government to deliver on its promises. I know some narrow-minded idiots would defend this underperforming and narrow-minded kind of governance we are experiencing today in Ghana. But I believe that the youth, especially the young graduates, like nurses and teachers, will not allow insects dressed in party colors to lie to them again. These intellectual insects who strive on the ignorance of some narrow-minded Ghanaians to build their resume will be hooted at in no time. To me, they are the greatest enemy to our nation. My advice to my fellow Ghanaians, especially the youth who are jobless, it's simple. We don't have to pay attention to what these insects say. What we have to pay attention to is what they do. My name is Kevin Taylor, and this is With All Due Respect.